What is going on, guys? DragonTamerBlayde here, back with some more Elder Scrolls Legends, playing a new Sorcerer deck that I built. It's basically a almost entirely mid-range Sorcerer. Made a little bit more, I don't know if it's more aggressive or just picking some fatter cards in the front end. Basically, the goal of this deck was find a bunch of cards that require 2-for-1s most often from your opponent. So things like Young Mammoth, Weak Coast Troll, Voice of Balance if you can trigger him, Hulking Fabricant, stuff like that, hoping to trigger or make your opponent work hard to remove your threats. We're going to put Voice of Balance away for now, but hopefully we'll be back for you, my friend. Yeah, it's basically a bunch of cards that are really hard to remove. Galen makes fatter copies of other creatures. Things like Wardcrafter and Daggerfall Mage tend to 2-for-1 in the early game. So that's the general plan here. But we've got a pretty horrible draw. I always try and mulligan for either the Crown Quartermaster or some of these 2-drops. And I mean, we've got 12 early game options, 2 or less, and I almost never draw them. I don't even want to know what he shuffled back in there. Let's get that in there. I want to consider Corsair ship next turn, but I don't think we can.
The Hist provides.
Okay. Repel the Outlanders.
I would love to play my own Galen as well. Let's just play that for now. We'll see if he happened to also draw his Drain Vitalities and stuff like that.
Gone.
As I was saying,
So much for a clean escape.
this thing's getting so much value from him, and I can't do anything to stop it right now. Well, that's something to do to stop it. Wasn't a great thing to do to stop it, but we at least stopped it. So I might Galen in some Barrow Stalkers.
Repel the Outlanders.
Okay.
Sheor take you.
I will keep Sothasil's people alive.
Or I can get some buff prophecies in the deck. I think we're going to need the Barrow Stalkers, though.
I smell the stench of the living.
Okay. We also need to start soaking up a little bit of damage. I'd like to get this Corsair ship down.
Repel the Outlanders.
Okay.
Let's go then. My
This isn't great.
is precious.
As is typical for their scout opponent, they will always draw all of their Drain Vitalities. I don't want to take 11. Double negation seems really lame.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
I think I have to take 11 because I don't have any guards. He's still doing pretty good in the card department.
I smell blood on
Oh
the
god.
I will protect the Hist.
I don't think I'm going to be able to remove everything.
Sheor take you.
I mean, basically, if we don't get a Prophecy Bolt, we die, and we probably die anyway.
Drain your lock.
put like 50-something cards and drew 2 Drain Vitalities and a Parthenax this early.
A fine battle.
I feel a storm coming. Attack.
I keep a spare blade in
Fine battle.
That's what we wanted to do. But again, can't beat a scout that draws perfect. And we drew terribly. Alright. I'm not waiting for him to play out all of his shouts.
The victory is yours.
Don't have time for this. If you want to BM while high rolling, you can take that somewhere else. Let's get another match, and maybe we can draw some of our early game cards. Just maybe. We want some of this. This is like almost 20% of our deck. I just want one of them. See, there's the 4-drops again. I don't know what this deck is obsession with 4-drops is. It's crazy. We did not draw Galen to start. Let's see what we got. I don't want any of this. Marginally better.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Okay. This can be a really good Galen target. If we're even alive then. I have a feeling we might just get beat down again.
Do your worst.
Okay.
I will keep Sorcerer's people alive.
If he wants to dagger and trade, that's fine. He'll also be using up 1 magicka to do so, so I'm cool with that. Main goal of this guy right here is shuffling in some cards that we need for the game.
Do your worst.
Oh, he's going face. Wow. Okay.
Repel the Outlanders. Repel the
Let's just trade.
Outlanders.
And then
By
play
the
Daggerfall.
8th, they will meet their makers.
A little more resilient. Doesn't die to a lightning bolt like Mammoth would. Alright, he's going for a Corsair ship as well. We will trade there.
Share or take.
And play the Mammoth instead of drawing. What's he got? 6 cards in hand. We've got 6 cards in hand. He might be playing something similar to what we are, or just playing Items Battle Mage. So I'm hanging on to the negation for what I'm sure will be a key moment for it. Wrath of Sithis should help us out a little bit.
They will meet their makers.
That's a really good negation target. Okay.
Share or take you.
Let's get another Mammoth out. We're going to start being aggressive real soon. While we have the board, I think we have to. We can't trigger our Hulking Fabricant just yet.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
And it sucks a little bit. Just play that, make his next turn suck a little more. He can take out one of our Mammoths. But he's not going to be able to play much of anything. Besides maybe a 7-cost Ice Storm. Or that. That's an interesting one. Okay. drawn our Voice of Balance, but we can't trigger him just yet. Do we try and control the board here? I think we do. I also want to draw some cards. Okay, Daggerfall's not a bad draw for us. He's got a lot of cards
The
in hand.
forest will not suffer your presence.
Okay. I'm assuming he trades with this now.
Into the fray.
Shame on
Yep. Alright, he's down to 5 cards. How do I want to play this out?
By the 8, they will
Let's go for that. We'll take the 4 if he wants to give it to us. 6 cards. I don't really think we're winning this kind of value trading battle right now. But if we can start getting some of this out, it'll be great. Honestly, at some point I might just play Voice of Balance to trigger the Hulking Fabricant. And I could do that next turn.
Let's heat things up.
Does he have 2 of those? No, he does not. Okay.
Sheor take
I feel a storm coming.
Alright, now we can start doing these things. We can start going for some shenanigans. We can follow it up with a hulking, because the dagger will be in play. The one thing I don't know is if you play a hulking fabricant on a naked board, will the dagger trigger before his summon effect? I don't know.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Does he have another
Let's
Skaven?
heat things
Yes,
up.
he does. My god.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory.
Keep drawing a little bit.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory.
Okay. We've got some solid damage on board. He's used all 3 Skavens, an Earthbone, a Lightning Bolt. I want to get this guy out here. I'm glad we drew our Dark Guardian. Especially, not only because it's going to block damage, and it's our buffed version, but also if we go face and he triggers a Prophecy, which is a strong chance in these colors, although we haven't seen many Prophecies besides the Harpies and the Bolts, it'll help us refill our hand a little bit. Attack order next turn I'm planning for is this guy first, since he doesn't dot a Lightning Bolt. Oh, he's just going double bolt. That's interesting. It's pretty good for me, though. You going face? I feel like trading is a good move for you.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Ooh, punished. Punished.
Too late for you.
Attack.
Alrighty, we got the beef out here now. It took a little longer than we wanted to, but the beef is here. We have lethal on board with these 3. I mean, we know, unlikely. Oh, he's doing the same thing! That's crazy.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Too late for you.
This sucks, but I don't really have a choice here. Throw this guy down. See if we draw any cards. We do not. Just lay down a Bleak Coast. Now he's going to need swing, swing, plus a firebolt on this guy. He's used all 3 lightning bolts, so his only reach left should be Ancano if he's playing that.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Okay. Still need to double trade into this. And we still have 3 Dark Guardians in our deck. Getting close to a 10% chance to draw him. Double dagger ready to go. Nice. That's it. Oh, you have Firebolt. Cradle Rush. That's cool. I'm just gonna play the Mystic Dragon, I think. Actually, if I swing face for 5 next turn, he'll be at 5, 6, 7. It won't be enough. And I don't want to risk him dying before I can swing with him. So I'm just gonna pass for now. I'll take the extra card.
A 10.
Oh, wow. That's good for him.
Day is mine.
I feel a storm coming. The city is safe in my hands. Nowhere is safe from me.
Okay.
I smell the stench of the
I
living.
guess if he has his 3rd Earthbone, we can lose here.
Into the fray. By Stendar's breath, we are
Or if he high rolls the ever-loving hell out of us. Well.
Fortune favor me.
I need one of my 2 lightning bolts if he
day
goes
is
with this. Yeah, that's the right move.
For Kadeen!
Well, that's my luck there, folks. I guess maybe I should have played Barrow Stalk over here, but I was trying to get lethal. Well, if you have any suggestions on how to improve this deck, besides sacrificing a goat to the gods, so I don't get high rolled every chance my opponent gets. Other than that, if you have any suggestions, leave them down below. That's just the first build of the deck. Like I said, I've played less than 10 games with it total, so nowhere near enough to really make a fair statement on it. And games like that last one, I think, are games where I would more than likely win, like 99 times out of 100, if he didn't pull exactly, exactly Shield Breaker, or maybe Breakthrough would have done it for him as well. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to spend some time working on that deck a little bit, because I think there's some interesting mechanics in there, playing some of those fat Beatsticks. But that's going to be it for now, guys. As always, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'm DragonTamerBlayde, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.